Yeah, absolutely silent. I don't know if that's an issue with my headphones or not, but
Now,
um,
now it should be on. Now it should be on.
yeah,
Is it?
it takes a couple of minutes to update, I think, or at least.
What a big issue today.
uh,
Oh
Maybe
boy.
I think next time I need to allow ourselves a bit more time to do a bit of testing and prepare. Make sure you wouldn't think
Yes.
you need to. You wouldn't think you need to.
Anyway, well,
Oh,
can you hear it?
it's definitely working now. Yeah, we're all good.
Yeah,
We're all
now we are okay. All right, guys.
good. Oh dear.
Oh my gosh. So we are finally live. And some technical issues with OBS Studio, Gilded, Discord, microphones. I think we figured it out, right?
I think so. I think so. I'm just waiting for my computer to blow up. Really,
Yeah.
at this point, I'm just waiting.
No, we are good to go.
Oh dear.
All right. So what's new this week? Let's just right away because we lost a couple minutes now. I think 13 minutes.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry. It is what it is. We cannot change it. It's history. Anyway, just want to talk about the news that Star Citizen is celebrating Christmas in the verse as well. Luminalia, the calendar is online. It started actually on December 11 and it goes until December 22nd. And every day you can get some nice goodies. And we have already number day 1 to day 7. Unfortunately, I think you cannot claim, if you just find out about that, you cannot claim day 6 back to day 1. I'm sorry. But today, for
Oh no.
example, yeah, sorry. But today you can claim one of the best gifts so far, in my opinion.
Skins for the guns.
It's those guns. I don't know. No skins. Those are guns actually.
Oh.
So this code gives you the Arrowhead sniper rifle. Yeah. So all these guns and the skins, of course, and those Christmas skins are available right now. To claim, you just click on that word here, Luminalia, and it will copy, and then you go down to step 2, paste it, and then you claim it. That's it. Every day, some nice new gift. Isn't that
I
great?
just want to say, just just for those that may be curious, you can actually backtrack it. I'm doing it now.
Really?
It seems to be working. Yeah. Let me just do another one. Just want to be 100% certain.
Wow.
Day 6 might not work, so let's just do day 6 real quick.
There you go,
Day
Henry.
6. Copy code.
Did I miss something? I think I missed the first one.
Yeah, it all works. Yeah, so you can go back and you can go claim all of it.
Hmm. Okay. All right, then.
So
That's awesome. Well, but that's not everything we need to talk about today. Our title is big. 318 is not coming.
mm,
Yes.
yeah,
And
at least not yet.
I'm a strong believer that this is a true thing, that 318 is really not coming. But let's check. Do we go first through Avocado patch notes, the last ones from yesterday, or we go to the patch watch? What do you think?
Start with the Vakati, I suppose. Let's keep it relevant. That's where all the information is about why. I suppose it's not
Yeah.
there yet. But
Yes.
yeah. So let's go straight into that.
Okay. Let's skip the. That's again this Italian website. I don't know who that is, but really nice, written down. Always all the details, the technical details for the Avocado, for the members of the Avocado who can actually test the actual version right now. They patched this version several times already because they had a lot of issues. And let's jump. We know the testing focus. We know that the sand caves, the salvage, everything what is planned for 318 new rivers. So everything is in there, and they are testing it right now in the Avocado group. So, but the known issues. Let's go through the known issues. And I think one of the main problems is the character customizer stuck on saving character on the front end menu after the first time joining PU. It's still not fixed.
Well, this is an interesting one because I wonder how this is going to work for everyone. If you're an existing Star Citizen player, obviously they're going to reset everything. So does that mean you start as a new person? I presume you do, which means no one's getting in, right?
Yes, I guess you have to. I think some players can actually go online and some get stuck on that character creation thing. I'm not sure about the details, but I believe because it's still not fixed and it takes obviously very long. And on top of that, December 16, which was yesterday, was the last day they were in office, CIG. So that's why I'm saying, and I'm very confident about my statement. 318 will be not available for the PDU live testing, and of course, then also not as a real live patch for everyone in 2022. That's my strong belief. They didn't fix the character customizer yet. It's a big issue, and we can go on here through issues, and we will. We'll maybe pick the best ones or the worst ones, but those known issues are not fixed. And look at the list. I mean, it's long, and that's why I believe. And I don't know what our viewers think about it. I believe it's not coming this year. It's just impossible.
I mean, when was the actual release? Oh, yeah, okay, so this was quite literally yesterday. So yeah, no.
Yeah,
If you-
that was
What?
yesterday, and that is only for the avocado. So there's nothing about the PDO patch or something like. It's only for this small group of people who are testing this patch right now, which is patch number 8319238. I don't know how the numbers are made up, but yeah, it's a long number. And let's continue here quickly. Let's go through these items here. Items appear not to be removed from the player's inventory when they sell them or hand them into a contraband kiosk. So same thing was on here a couple weeks ago, I think, when we looked at this page. I think it was actually 3 weeks ago doing our first podcast, which was called Patch Review on Patch Notes Review 318 Avocado. So it was on there as well. And we can go back and check that, but I think it was.
Yeah, it's it's weird though because I feel like this even happens in the current existing build of the game. Not often, admittedly. I don't think it happens often, but these I'm not surprised to see this one here.
Very good
Um,
point, Henry. I see a lot of things, to be honest, here, which we had before in previous patches fixed, and they are back on the list here. Very strange.
yeah, it is strange. Such as the I don't want to skip too far down the list, but inventory equipped gear can be lost when player dies in armistice zone. That already happens. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does. I mean, you would not believe you would not believe how many times I've died in an armistice zone. Um, Always actually due to bugs because no one shot me. And I can lose gear. Um, that's probably happened about 50% of the times. So again, I'm not surprised to see this one here.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? This 318 patch was supposed to make it all better when it comes to inventory and persistent entity streaming.
Yeah, it depends how. See, the problem is I'm certainly no engineer. I can't speak for yourself, Jack, but I'm no engineer by any means. But you know, it's hard to sort of quantify exactly how this PES works, and I know there's a lot of information about it. But again, because there's so many, because it affects pretty much every aspect of the game, can ask so many different questions about it, and this is one of those questions which I don't believe I've seen answered. How why does that not fix that? Is it just a bug? Is it
Hmm.
the same kind of bug? Is that probably tied to something else?
Yeah.
Is it because they still need to update some of the older code that they were talking about, moving things to this new system, new engine? Maybe these things haven't happened yet. I've heard people mention stuff about this cache, which I think is done now, I
Hmm.
believe. But yeah, there's so many different loose ends here. Um, and so yeah, you'd think Pez would be the one-stop solution to all these kinds of problems, but apparently it's not.
No. Yeah. Let's excuse me. Let's go on here. A location Dama Whistler Crypt. I don't know what that is. I don't know this location. I guess it's a new location. Walking on hills near Whistler Crypt can potentially kill or wound the player. So that is kind of strange.
I've
Reading
seen
that.
this already. I've already seen this.
So you already seen this?
I've seen this happen. Yeah, already in game. It's I think I was even telling you about it a couple weeks back. That new derelict site, the Hollows, is it Hollows Creek
Hmm.
on Microtech?
Hmm.
The abandoned reclaimer. There's literally a little hill, um, sort of at the front of the reclaimer towards the left. And if you go up it, you will just die.
Huh.
Just randomly die.
Wow.
No, just and I went back there multiple times to try and recover my body, but as soon as I got close to my body, boom, dead.
And where is it?
Like,
Where is it? Is it a special location?
yeah, it's on Microtech, the Hollows Creek, I believe is what it's
Huh.
called.
Okay. Have never been there,
But
so never.
we have been there.
Oh, we
It's
have
the
been there.
yeah, it's the reclaimer, the abandoned reclaimer that's crashed down on the
Yes.
planet's surface.
Yes, that was actually a nice mission. If I,
Mm,
yeah, I remember
it's a
well. Yeah.
lovely area, but
Is it where
yeah,
the dead pilot is sitting in his seat there?
it's very close to that actually. Yeah, it's just if you was if you was looking directly at the pilot, then the hill would be towards the right. But yeah, so
Can you
that
tell?
already
Can you tell
exists.
our viewers how the mission is called? So if they want to look it up and play it,
Yeah, I think there's quite a few variants of it, to be honest.
oh, different variances. Okay.
I know it can be illegal occupants, but the one way to know that you're going to that location is because you will always see Hollows Creek in the description.
Ah, okay. All right.
So,
So
yeah,
then we
it
do.
already exists,
Yeah. What
which is
else?
weird. It's weird though, right? It's weird that now another location, another derelict outpost, I presume, or whatever these are.
It
I
sounds like
presume
they
they're
have a
derelict.
repeated issue,
Yeah, it's
and they
strange.
can't find what it is.
Yeah, it's very strange. They build these places and they're just riddled with these weird hotspots that just
Yeah.
get you. Very strange. Very,
Yeah.
very strange.
Yeah. Inventory equipped gear can be lost when player dies in armistice zone. Is that how you say it? Armistice zone.
Armistice, yeah.
Armistice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armistice.
It's
Yeah.
all also nothing new, right?
Nope. No, I mean to be fair, we have touched upon that one very quickly. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um
Then scanning not showing advanced statistics and details. To be honest, we had this issue before. I know you are not uh, um, you're not playing Star Citizen for a very long time, but I can tell you. I mean, I started almost a year ago, and this was an issue as well. Scanning was always an
right.
issue. They improved it. Obviously, now in 3.18, they have issues again. So.
Right.
Vulture, collision too fragile and explodes after colliding softly. There was a ship in the current patch where it's the same situation. I forgot which one it was. But there's, I think, several ships still a little bit too fragile when it comes to playing. I crashed my Pisces recently. I wasn't that fast, and I landed maybe a little bit not too soft. But
Yeah.
it exploded right away. Crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's a small ship. You gotta be sometimes it can surprise you. But then again, this is the problem. Because of the state of the game, you never know what was supposed to happen and what wasn't. I find myself asking this question a lot. Something will happen, and I'm like, was
Yeah.
that intended? Was that supposed to happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, and I'm pretty sure this isn't now because it's happened quite a few times. But there's an area in Lorville, um, when if you run to the train station, you will randomly fall over.
Hmm.
If Have you ever had that happen to you?
Which train station is it?
So you've left the where you'd wake up, take the elevator, you run down, go to the metro station, and go to the spaceport.
Uh-huh.
And if you run through where the gates are, sometimes you can just fall over.
Really? Never had that
Yeah,
before.
randomly. I've had it happen to me so many times. I don't know why.
Crazy.
Hmm.
But looking back to that point here, vulture collision too fragile and explodes. With 318, I was under the impression the ships will not explode anymore. They will just break up and it will be available for salvaging.
No, they still do explode, so they've changed it slightly. It's rather than it being a random chance of it surviving or not, all of them will go into a soft death. But if you keep attacking it, it will then blow up. So I presume if you slam into an asteroid at super high speed, you're going to blow up.
Okay.
So that's how that's handled now, and it makes a
Hmm.
bit more sense. So if you want to get a soft death on someone, you've got to critically wound the ship. Then it's in that state. If you keep blasting it, it will blow up.
Well, okay. Well, I can't wait to get my hands on it. But again, I think this will be not this year.
Nope.
Multi-location elevators, elevator doors open mid-transit. So we are back at the
Nice.
elevators, guys. Elevators were an issue for the first 2 quarters of 2022. Now we are back again. Different issue, though. Different issue. No? You know, the issue was, and that's why they changed the landing pads uh, at all of those outer space stations. You had to land always outside, right? And then you walked up into a little kind of airlock entryway to the elevator. You push call elevator, and when the elevator arrived, some invisible power punished you, right? Just threw you out of the space station, or actually inside the structure of the space station. You were literally inside of walls, not getting out, or you found a little loophole. You could go out and maybe fly outside around a space station until you found a little hole to come back in, or climb up the landing pad. It was crazy. Especially when you landed with a prospector loaded with quantanium and you have to make your way quickly down to the refinery, and you cannot get into the space station, and your prospector is getting ready to explode on the landing pad. So that was a huge issue with those elevators. Now we are back here. Elevator doors open mid-transit. There you go.
Fun.
Big fun.
Very fun. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see. Unfortunately, we don't know exactly what happens there. We are not part of the test team here, Evocardis, but it's fine. Merlin will not
I don't
undock
have
from
that kind of money.
Sorry?
I said I don't have that kind of money.
I don't know if this is about money or. I-
Yeah, the Evo Carty bunch. They're all the wow. I think 90% of them are.
I think some of them are actually YouTubers with a certain amount of subscribers.
Yes. Yes. Some of them are.
Doesn't mean that they are rich or have money, or it's the same thing.
No, I mean to be fair, no, but they have to have some sort of heavy investment in the game, and YouTube is that if they've got a lot of people, or alternatively your wallet. And if you spend, I can't remember how much it is. Is it 15 grand? Is it 15? I think it's 15.
I think it's
I think it's
$15,000. Yeah,
yeah, that's big money.
crazy. When you think
Yeah.
about it, in the past, people bought maybe 2 games a year for $60,
Yep.
and now we are at in a how to say that the new generation of players. They spend almost all their money on gaming
Yeah.
and
I
equipment.
suppose it's kind of an investment in their entertainment. They're not even getting their money back, but it's an investment in entertainment.
Yeah, but think
Very
about
strange.
how much money people invested in entertainment 10, 20 years ago. Even gaming when it came up 30, 40 years ago. I don't know. But now it's new times. When you see those mobile phone games, how much money they actually make.
Yeah,
Star Citizen is actually a
tiny.
small game compared to games who make 100, 200 million a month in mobile games. I mean,
You know what's funny though is Star Citizen is the game. It holds the title of being the game with the largest amount of money for development.
hmm,
Um, yes,
interesting.
yeah,
Hmm,
quite the title.
yeah, crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go on this checking this list here. Merlin will not undock from Constellation. Merlin is actually a little snub fighter, and some variants of the Constellation are coming with a Merlin in the back. Will not undock. It's kind of strange. Why would something like that suddenly not work anymore? I mean, did they touch the ships in some way, or this kind of ships? Why would that happen? I mean, it was working. Why would they touch that?
I would imagine it's got something to do with Pez,
Hmm. Yeah,
because if you think if the ships will always be there and it's docked, that's a script.
you're probably right.
Um, and so I imagine there's some sort of confliction going on.
Yeah.
That's my only guess. It's probably wrong, but you know,
Who knows?
yeah. But that's the route I'd go down, just because of how much it's changing the game. As I said, Pez affects everything.
And here's
Um,
the thing again, Henry. That's why I'm saying no way are we getting our hands on this patch because so many little things are suddenly wrong, which I predicted months ago when they talked about PS. I said, this is a crazy change. They changed the game from the ground up. It's going to be a long testing and changing and tweaking. And here we go. Look at these little things, in my opinion, little, because they were working before and now they are not working. The next one, Mercury Star Runner only loads 6 SCU of cargo, but it has capacity of more than 140.
I don't
So
know.
if you are owner of the Star Runner, well, we have this right now at the current live patch or live game. We do have an issue with the Mercury Star Runner where you basically um, you will that I think the animation of the seat, the pilot seat, doesn't work. It will always kick you outside of the ship right there, and you fall down onto the surface. And they say it's going to be fixed with 318, but they created new problems with those ships. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Mercury Star Runner.
Next
Bullshit.
one, the same. Reclaimer has no rear elevator interaction, so you cannot use that elevator anymore.
Interesting, because it's had issues in the past.
Yeah.
So I'm not surprised to see this has issues in this current build as well. Sometimes you call it and it takes 5 minutes for it to turn up.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Oh, is that the? I remember that's the big elevator close to the cargo area.
yes.
Yeah, we played that one mission and we had to wait a couple minutes for the elevator.
You remember? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So there's already issues with it.
Yeah,
And
now it
we actually
has, but I,
got
I
unlucky.
understand I understand this one to be absolutely no interaction. I guess the little button or the pad where you push to call the elevator is not working at all. Maybe I don't know, but yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
it depends how long someone was willing to wait for, I suppose.
Yes.
If it was
The
2 3 minutes, then yeah, I suppose you could say no interaction. You wait an extra minute, it turned
you're right.
up.
Absolutely. The next one, multi-vehicle Stanton vehicle feature, hitbox desync. Vehicles do not take damage when attacked at certain parts of its hull. Whew. And listen to the read the whole sentence. I mean, they talk about almost all vehicles. They don't even specify the vehicles. They talk about all the vehicles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is all the vehicles. I mean, the hitboxes for the vehicles are already pretty bad. But yeah, this is worse.
Do you think that hitbox is something? It's like one asset in the game development for all vehicles.
No,
They
no.
have individual hitboxes per vehicle, right?
I believe, yeah.
Yeah, I believe so.
But it's normally like they'll run off probably the same sort of script
Yeah,
that processes it. So if that script is broken, then none of them are going to work.
yeah. Then the next one, loot boxes will eventually load indefinitely. How do you understand this?
That's a weird description, probably missing translation. But um, either it means it takes them a long time to load and then eventually they'll turn up, or they just load indefinitely and that's it.
Okay. Well, if there's endless loot inside a box, I have no problem with that. We can just loot all the time.
Oh no, no, no. You know when you get that little circle that's spinning?
Yeah.
Yeah, just that.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think you're right. The load screen. Yeah. Okay. The next one. Elevators and trams are jittery during transit of player character.
One sounds fun.
Never had that before. That's a
No,
new thing.
it is new.
Yeah.
That does look fun.
Then the next one. It is possible for the vehicle HUD to vanish for the player during flight and combat. You know what? You know what? I don't care. I never look at those things when I'm flying. I'm just, especially in combat situations, who has time to look at the HUD there? I don't.
Oh no, the HUD is that's those aren't the MFDs. That's like the throttle, your altitude, your cursor.
I know. But yeah, the MFDs, anyway, I'm not looking at those at all. I should
Yeah.
because of the. Sometimes I really look at the shields, how damaged the shields are, especially if you get the message.
You know what? We've never actually done a dogfight together. We've never actually tested each other's
Yeah,
combat.
you never have time for me, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
It's been a busy week.
And to be honest, my little project, trying the sticks,
Yeah,
the joysticks, kind of kept me from real playing.
yeah.
I had some combat situations with the sticks. I tried some missions. It's very funny. Even my wife was watching this time. She said, "Oh my
Oh,
gosh,
really?
yeah." She was looking at the screen. She couldn't believe what I'm doing with my sticks. Yeah, I did things to the sticks no one can do to the sticks. So that's all I'm saying. Anyway, funny story. But I'm getting better. I'm actually getting better. And I have to say, I really enjoy it. I highly recommend to test it. And there are cheaper options out there. The Thrustmaster T16000M I'm using right now is not as expensive, and they actually feel pretty good, I have to say. The throttle or both sticks, yeah. I'm just lucky because I have a friend who's playing Star Citizen. He's working for my wife, and he heard that I'm playing Star Citizen, so he gave her his whole setup. And
Wow,
yeah. One day she showed up with a big bag and said, "Here, you need to try that." I'm like, "Oh wow, that's awesome."
that is awesome.
And she said, "Yeah, he's playing as well." I don't want to say any names, but I'm like, "What?" So yeah, in our little village here where I live, there's other people playing Star Citizen. That sounds
Two from the verse. Nice.
yeah.
Cool.
And we actually met for lunch the other day. There was a little get together for because someone is going back to Europe, and so they had a little get together, and I met him, and he right away started about Star Citizen and what's going on, and it was kind of fun.
It's nice, man.
Yeah, it's nice. Anyway, so yeah, the HUD. I should pay more attention to all these indicators, especially the velocity, and that's always my problem, and the altitude. But the altitude, that's something they need to fix. I'm very
Yeah,
upset. Many moons, it just doesn't show up right.
yeah. Some places sometimes it's on and off.
Yeah, it says
Codex
116,000,
never seems
and
to work.
yeah, you know,
So yeah, it was a bit annoying.
116,000 meters, and then it's actually 200 only. Always fun,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, incredibly.
So, what is the next one? Multi-tool variants display healing info regardless of attachments. Oh boy. Okay, that's it's just kind of it. That's what I'm saying. It's not coming in 2022, guys. If we have those issues in the game right now in 318, why would they bring it? Why would they move it to the next phase? Makes no sense. Makes no sense. That was
Yeah.
yesterday. And there's people out there saying, "Oh, do it anyway." We had those bugs before. No, we don't
No,
want this. We want to
no,
have
we don't.
fun when we play, right?
No, we don't want more turd. We should not be pushing the standard. And this is you see that we're funding our own downfalls here. You know,
Yeah.
like we're giving them so much money and then asking them to give us shit. Like that. Sorry, that shouldn't swear, but there's not exactly
They have
sheltering there.
free floodgates, right? Or four. I think you explained it last
Oh,
time.
I think
Pretty
yeah.
yeah. So why we don't open all the gates from the get go? We don't do that. We have the avocado, you have the PDU, and then whatever. So we open one
Yeah, so
gate after the other.
you'd start well, I mean, technically there's probably a lot more, but it's just in a nutshell. Obviously you got the development, so they're going to be testing their stuff as they develop, and then once it's working, they'll then push that content, create a build that will go to the QA team. That's internal to CIG, so no Evocati yet. Their QA guys will give it a go, and then once it's working to a degree that they're happy with, and they've given their feedback, they'll then push it onto the Evocati members.
Exactly.
And once they're having a good time, then it'll go PTU, and then obviously the last stage is just the rest of us. But
Exactly.
that's still technically testing because it's not actually released.
That's how it
So yeah,
works.
a lot of stages, and no, you do not want to just go. Yeah, I 100% agree. You do not open all the floodgates and just let all the crap come flying through.
Yeah.
Not enjoyable, not worth the money. We should not be pushing the standard. Whoever these people are who are saying, "I'll just release it anyway because they're too desperate," just stop.
Yeah.
Please, I ask you, stop. No wonder this game isn't finished.
So next one, Horizon, the mission content locations. A hostile AI is stuck inside a wall,
Shock.
and we read about that last time, right? It's called a Neil Garrison mission.
We haven't
So
just read about it. We experience it on a daily basis. The AI has always been an issue. It
yes,
does not work.
our best
It's,
friends, our best friends, the AI. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's quite. It makes me laugh. Like, I think you happen to be one of those individuals as well that you sort of played the game cautiously, didn't want to treat the AI seriously because you think you would, right? You think you would because it's an FPS game, and
yeah,
you assume it's working. So because you assume it's working, you play it properly. So you fight the AI properly, but you don't realize the AI is not fighting you properly. And so when I discovered that the AI weren't fighting me properly, I started to really like take the mick with it to the point where I could go in there, no suit, nothing, no
yeah.
guns, no HUD, don't even have a HUD. Don't even know how many of them are left, and just go beat them up with my fists, do it in front of their faces. And so,
Yeah,
yeah, seeing videos of people like going in the bunkers and taking it super seriously and gearing up, I'm like, I mean, you can if you want to, that's how it's intended to be
just want to show
played.
off. Yeah,
But you don't actually need to do that. Um, you don't actually have to do a lot. In fact, in some rare circumstances, you can even just let the other AI take care of that AI for you, and they'll complete the mission for you. So you don't even have to step out your ship.
yeah,
Amazing,
yeah.
great stuff.
So the last one here, loot boxes will disappear on approach or after opening. So anyway, don't don't really need to talk about all these things. I mean, we did. Sorry, but the last one. I mean, we don't know what it is really. We just
Disappointing.
know. We just know.
Sorry.
Yeah, we just know in general that this is too much for opening the next gate, guys. So therefore, I do not expect 318 to be released soon for the next round. They need to let it go for 2022. Enjoy your Christmas, everyone. Enjoy your Christmas. Play what you have right now. There's so many things to do in Star Citizen anyway. You can test more ships if you want to. Can make some
It's a
money
lot of
and
commuting.
yeah,
A lot of
yeah,
commuting.
and commute.
Commute, man. It's all about that commute in life.
But I
I
enjoy. I know you don't like it. I enjoy the
No,
commute.
I no, sorry. Full disclaimer. I actually love it. That if I didn't, I would have stopped playing ages ago.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
I take the mick out. I take the mick out of it because I think it's sort of a bit more satirical, I suppose. Um, so I kind of find it I find it funny. I think it's funny. I like talking about it this way because it's like I know they want it to be super realistic, so that's why I call it commuting. I make a joke about it because that's kind of what you spend a lot of your time doing in Star Citizen. You commute because the real life, when you're doing all these kind of odd sods and jobs, you commute a lot. Um, and that's what you will do in Star Citizen.
Yeah.
And enjoy it. It's a beautiful game, so it's not necessarily a bad thing at all. At least not in my opinion.
I just think
But
during the commute, especially in quantum travel, you can do certain things in ships. You can talk.
yeah,
You can talk with your friends.
yeah.
Can prepare yourself. Hopefully, in the future, you will have like the manufacturing module on the Galaxy, and you can build. I don't know, weapons together. Prepare
Yeah, I mean,
things,
oh,
building modules.
yeah, ships could be, I think I even saw this post somewhere that they really want ships to be, at the moment they kind of act like a vehicle, which is true, they are, but they want them to be more than that. They want to take them to the next level so that you really interact and spend a lot of time with them. And especially, some of these new ships that are super, super high detail, um, like the Corsair, Cutter, I want to see more interactions with it. I want to be able to sit down, prepare a meal, use the shower. These little fluffy things. They're
Go to the
super fluffy
toilet.
and don't.
Use the toilet.
Yeah, use the toilet, whatever. Like, it doesn't have to actually impact your gameplay, but just having these fluffy features whilst you're waiting is nice. Yeah, cooking a meal, checking on the panels, using the panel in the back to check how much cargo, what's the contents, just make sure everything's ship
Sims
shape.
Sims 4 is meeting Star Citizen.
Yeah, to a degree, yeah. You kind of micromanaging your vessel. I mean, obviously, it's
Yeah.
going to be extrapolated depending on size. On a smaller ship, you ain't gonna have much to do, but on the bigger ones, you'll have lots to do. But yeah, and I know that in the future they said that the furniture was going to be in your inventory and placeable, so that makes ships probably super customizable in the future.
Yeah.
Like little, yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything like we can spitball ideas all day, but um, yeah, there could be uh, yeah, it could be pretty big, but not yet, or at least not currently.
Yeah.
But one day,
And then you can
one day.
use the NPCs, as we talked about last week. We talked about the NPCs helping, interacting with you and the ship. And,
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
I mean that's
yeah.
sorry, I'm surprised I missed that out. Yeah, that would probably be one of the biggest things for me,
Yeah.
having a crew. I mean, I actually play most of the time by myself. When I do get a chance to play. Obviously, you're 6 hours behind, so
Yeah.
I end up missing you out, missing you quite a bit. Um, so yeah, I need a crew.
Yeah.
I don't have one.
Yeah.
Um,
True.
so yeah,
Yeah. So a lot of things we have to wait for in the future. There will be some optimizations for sure, and some new features in regarding to how to deal with the commute, how to deal with swapping components, using NPCs for, I don't know, certain actions in the refinery on your own ship. And I cannot wait for that. I'm a little bit scared about all these things because it will keep me from my real life for too long.
That's probably the
but
idea.
but yeah, hey, let's go to the other thing they not announced but released this week on the Spectrum uh, forum here, the Alpha 318 patch watch, continuing lawlessness. I would like to read about it a little bit with you together because there are a lot of things we expected to be fixed. Because, bringing new stuff is great, but also we still have issues from the actual, running patch or live game, as how you want to call it. We have issues and we need to get them addressed. So let's just go through here and see if we can find something interesting we really need to talk about. But I think they're all very interesting to talk about. But yeah, quality of life adjustments. I don't want to read all the text here. I mean, you can also go back and I might drop the link in the description of this video. But there's so many different changes coming. Actual problems we have right now will be fixed with 318. So it's awesome. I really like what I'm reading here. For example, first one, when at Platinum Base, that's a shop for components, for ship components. Players will only see ships they can spawn at the Platinum Bay. No more scrolling and guessing. So that's awesome. So they kind of, the interaction with those terminals will be way easier. You will see things in a better way. Yeah, you don't. Yes, sir.
What is the Platinum Bay?
Yeah, so Platinum Bay, if you land outside of a planet on a space station, let's say Everest Harbor, it's the space station from Hurston. There's a shop on the gallery level. If you go to the elevator and you go to the gallery level, you will find a Platinum Bay shop. Platinum Bay is the shop where you can buy ship components like quantum drives, right? Coolers, power generators, all these things. You can find them at Platinum Bay.
Right, I see.
Yeah,
I thought that's what it was. It's just the wording because it said when at Platinum Bays,
oh
ships that they can
yeah.
spawn at the Platinum Bay. No more scrolling and guessing.
Yeah, so
The Platinum Bay to me suggests. I thought it was a shop as well, but I didn't realize. Or it's to me the way that that's laid out sounds as if it's.
do I understand this wrong? Maybe.
I don't know because it's just the way they're saying. When at Platinum Bays, players will only see ships that they can spawn at the Platinum Bay. Spawn what? I've never spawned a ship at Platinum Bay before.
It says no more scrolling and guessing. So,
Yeah, it's a weird one. The wording of that's really strange.
it is really a weird one. You're right.
It could be my knowledge of the game lacking there, but yeah, I thought it was a shop, and maybe it means that you will only see items that pertain to the ships that you can spawn.
Yeah.
But again, that's a real hard take on
Yeah.
the way that they actually described that. So yeah, weird one.
Did you ever play the com array missions? It says here, when reconnecting a com array, players can now cancel the reconnection if they choose to allow illegal players to retake the location and ensure that lawlessness continues. That's why the title of this post, lawlessness continues. So, did you ever play that mission? I did not.
No, I actually haven't. I've well, no, I have, but I've never got it to work. So
Yeah.
I just didn't try.
Okay. Change some fundamentals of houseborn closets work. What is that? Change some fundamentals of how spawn closets work. What is that?
Spawn closets. Oh, are those the those little buildings that we wake up in?
Um.
Is
Okay.
that a spawn closet?
Yeah. Okay. I understand now. For example, NPCs will no longer be deleted when they stream out and will instead be tied to the streaming manager. This should,
Oh, no.
yeah, this should help fix missing NPCs in missions. So,
So a spawn closet must be a location where an NPC can pop out, but you can't go in.
yeah. So that's I think that's what it is. We always had an issue in certain bunker missions, for example. They have certain locations, and I guess that's what they call the closets, the spawning closets. That's where they come out, and yeah. So they fixed that. That's good. That's all right. Fix an issue with location sharing names when they should be unique. Don't know what that was. Never had that issue.
No.
No. Well, sharing missions to other players was always an issue. I hope they fixed that.
Yeah.
So that you can easily track the same mission with your friends when you accept a shared mission, right? It's kind of. I think it's kind of.
Oh,
It's
this
yeah.
when fix issue when with location sharing names. Oh, okay, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry, continue.
Yeah, fix an issue where really long crime names would stretch into the date and overlap when using the criminal database. Okay, that's so. I guess we don't have to go through all of that. I mean, those are little tiny tweaks and changes coming up in the new patch, which is great. I just think I don't. I'm sure you have the same opinion. They have so many new things going on already in 318. I mean, it's great that they fixed all things. That is awesome. I'm sure there were a lot of claims made about those issues already, and they're gonna have them now stabilized and fixed. But reading all the other issues they have, the new issues, it's kind of scary. And I think CIG, they really need to take their time to fix all the things they wrote down here for the Avocado.
I think what's quite nice about this is that this is all just about lore in the game.
Yeah.
All these fixes and patches are all about lore. So I'd be very curious to see if they've done anything else with anything else, and I assume they have, which means there are potentially quite a few fixes coming our way. So if they play their cards right and they manage to fix the Evocati issues,
Mm-hmm.
you could be right in the sense that 318 could be the first real stable version of Star Citizen.
Yeah.
One that actually works like 80% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I agree. Let them put the time in. Don't rush them. Don't say release garbage because they want to see it. They want to play it.
Yeah.
Spend $15,000 if you want to play it.
Yep. No way. But here, air traffic control. That's a funny one. Air traffic control will now clean up. I don't know what this has to do with the criminal issues, but air traffic control will now clean up debris on a landing pad port when that pad is assigned for use. So basically, there's a cleanup crew coming in when you get your landing pad assigned for your ship you just claimed.
Yeah, I've seen people run into weird issues where they just have other people's stuff just on the bay. So good to have, really.
Yeah. Oh, I was mistaken. So they have three categories here: quality of life adjustments, air traffic, and law. Law is basically only those points here. Fix an issue where criminals can press charges against lawful players who snared them. Interesting. Fix an issue where the gunner of a vehicle can give the pilot a crime stat for attacking an AI vehicle. Yep, that's frustrating if you run into these issues. Modify the call to arms mission to respect crime stats. Okay. Well, interesting stuff. There's a lot of things coming, a lot of changes, meaning there's a lot of risk involved by releasing those patches. And I really understand if CIG needs the time to fix all of that to make the players happy. And that's what we want, Henry. We want to be happy when we play the game. So I have to be patient. Everybody has to be patient for this releases. And in this case, I even think CIG should not listen too much to the community. They should really take their time, and they shouldn't be under pressure. There was one, I don't know, I know you're not on Twitter, but one employee from CIG tweeted on Monday last week that I don't know if it was a she or him. I have no idea, but the person said basically that she's scared to go to work because of all that, right? So that doesn't make any sense. We don't need that. That's too much, right? If a CIG employee is scared to go to work, is afraid about what's going to happen during this week, which nothing happened this week, by the way. All is good. Life is going on, even without Star Citizen. So, guys, it's not needed. That pressure is not needed, right? I mean,
crunch time, isn't it? Though it's very common in. I was saying to you, it's very, very common in this industry. I think the devs know what they're in for.
Yeah.
Just get slammed. And,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So anyway, that's for this week. Star Citizen. I think we covered everything we had to. Sorry to everyone who had some issues with our stream in the beginning. We had some technical issues we resolved. It took a little bit, and we will promise you that the next time we go live, we'll be well prepared on the technical side, so there will be no hiccups when we go live.
Yeah. Yep. We'll make sure everything's okay.
Yeah.
Give ourselves some more time to make sure. Do a quick mic test.
Yes. Anyway, I think it's time to end this show for this week. And I hope you guys will join us next week for Lorville Stories. And again, this will be on Spotify as well as a podcast. So you can go back in time and re-listen to what we had to say about Star Citizen and the actual events. So I want to say thank you, Henry, to you for your great support, and your opinion is always, well appreciated. Always fun to talk to you about Star Citizen and in general about gaming as well. And thanks, man.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me, Jack. You're a good host.
Yes.
Good host.
Anyway, guys, I'll see you in the verse, and till next time, have a good one.